This tutorial we will be discussing aromatic compounds. Benzene is an aromatic compound. It has 6 carbons and each has 1 hydrogen coming off of it. It has alternating double bonds, like you see here. This is the more traditional way of writing it. However, when they started doing actual research and getting better equipment to figure out actual measurements of distances between the bonds, they realized that they weren't so static with being alternating double bonds. This created more of a circular thing where the electrons are floating from one carbon to the other, and all 6 carbons are sharing the extra electrons. So this is probably more likely what you will see as you're going through books, although this is also common. Notice this double arrow. If you're looking at the double bonds closely, you can see that the double bond is here on this time, but there's no double bond here. The double bond is here, but not here. This is saying that the electrons are going back and forth. Aromatic compounds containing a benzene ring and a single substituent are named as benzene derivatives. Since the ring contains only one substituent, the ring is not numbered. You only number it if there's more than one. These names here, toluene, aniline, and phenol, are memorization. You need to memorize these. These are terms that textbooks and chemists, whatever have you, they'll use those words interchangeably. So methylbenzene is the IUPAC way of saying it, but toluene is probably the more common way of saying it. So you need to be able to go back and forth very easily. Now, I had said before that you only have to number it if you have more than one. So for chlorobenzene here, I don't have to number anything. But once you have 2, it becomes 1, 2. You start with 1 and you go to the direction of the least numbers. So that's why we're doing 1, 2 and not 1, 6, and 1, 3 rather than 1, 5. Here we have 1, 4 dichloro. When a common name such as toluene, phenol, and aniline can be used, the carbon atom attached to the methyl hydroxyl or amine group is numbered as carbon 1. So here's aniline with that NH2. The NH2 automatically gets the number 1, and then you go towards the direction of the next substituent. Here, that OH group for phenol automatically gets the number 1. You go to the direction of the next closest substituent. Notice once again, B comes before C alphabetically. So even though numerically 2 is before 4 as we go around, they put it in alphabetical order when they actually name it. So for this one, here's toluene with that carbon. It seemed like no matter which direction you went, it wouldn't matter. They went this way, so bromine, dibromo, 4-chloro. Alright, so let's try this. So our choices are chlorocyclohexane. It's not hexane, so it can't be hexane. Chlorobenzene, which sounds right, or 1-chlorobenzene. Remember, if there's only one substituent, you don't have to use it. So that's why it's B. For part 2, we start counting up here 1, 2, 3. That's why it's 1,3-dimethylbenzene. And that is your basic benzene ring.